This is an abused vintage Russian transistor radio. And I just finished a video on this beauty right here.
Live source comes direct from the factory. The team.
And I think I'll make this Sunday and this Saturday maybe, something like that. Anyway, long wave and medium wave or AM broadcast band. Of course, we don't have long wave on the air here. So this is almost a resurrection. These are very good radios. All I'm interested in is the top band. These usually work very well. This one's kind of boxy and very simple, and it's abused. I took a quick look at it, and the band switch is broken. I noticed some of these parts were just loose. I love those germanium output transistors. That's a thing of beauty, those big transistors. Battery covers missing, screws are missing. I believe there's a wire here that's broken off. So what I want to do is I want to put it over here, so I want it in that. And then what we can do is once we get the radio working, I can just bypass this thing on the bottom. I don't need that. So let's start on it. I'll start by sorting this out. So I want this to be, I think, in that position. So that looks about right. Those two, and yeah. So yeah, I just, when I'm done with it, I'll just bypass it on the bottom. The mystery is going to be, where does this go? Maybe I should remove this board first and see what's up with that. So where does that broken one go? Over here? This right here is failed solder joints. Maybe I'll check that capacitor and this capacitor. This is the one that couples the audio to the speaker. 200 microfarads. I just love these radios. I really, if you're into radio collecting, you need to have some Soviet stuff in your collection. Well, we got lucky there. I love how the dial cord is just separate, and it's got this thing here. It sticks in to here. Here. Yeah, I mean, these can have, and not much of this is used, so we'll just jump this out to put it in medium wave. So I'm going to solder this back together. This is the one that was loose. It's by no means virgin, but it's not open. It's in fair shape. I think I got this hooked up right. Nothing. Maybe not. Let me try hooking it to the right spring. Oh. Ooh, that's very promising.
Multiple times.
We love to take.
We'll play and enjoy.
Museum Discovery Cube, which decided to sell the
Okay, so the sensitivity is there. It's just the audio is very low, which probably means we got an open capacitor. First thing I'm going to do is I'm just going to delete this switch. I don't need this. I'd never use it on long wave. Long wave does not exist in the States here. Okay, the switch has been bypassed. It is in AM broadcast band permanently.
We've had a couple of problems on 60, 57 northbound where they go.
Okay, what happened? I'm moving the volume control.
For bugs and insects. He could barely pronounce the word entomologist, yet he knew that's what he wanted to be.
Okay,
His sister and grandmother also spoke about the boy.
let's
He will be very
see
fussy in a private
what
service. His killers have not
this is
been
out.
caught.
Let's see what capacitors open. And this is just a 47.
Today is all about remembering a 6-year-old boy, but the intense search for the suspects continues. There is a photo of that car that's somewhat obscured.
We didn't get a good license plate, and so we're working diligently with various laboratories to enhance that license plate. And I'm confident, I don't want to be overly confident in the success of that. That vehicle is not a very largely purchased vehicle, so there's a finite universe of that particular car that is registered in Southern California.
Since the car could be registered outside the state, information about the vehicle is being shared across the country. Governor Newsom blasting a federal judge's ruling against California's long-standing ban on assault weapons and is promising to mount a strong legal appeal to that decision, which could eventually end up being reviewed by the Supreme Court. Loyola law professor Jessica Levinson explained to CBS 2 why the issue suddenly come to a head now instead of much earlier.
There was a challenge to California's 30-year-old assault weapons ban, and we have tinkered with this, but when a judge faces a challenge, then you have to rule on that challenge.
Judge ruled that the ban is unconstitutional because it violates the Second Amendment. Among other things, he rejected the state's position that the ban is legal because assault weapons are more dangerous than other guns and therefore can be treated differently. But he also put a temporary hold on his ruling, so it won't actually take effect while it's being appealed. A head-on collision involving a wrong-way driver on Interstate 5 north of the U.S.-Mexico border killed 3 people. 2 of them were San Diego police detectives who were married to each other, Ryan Park and Jamie Huntley Park, both in their early 30s, met at the police academy and married years later. San Diego Chief of Police David Nisliet.
You could have met 2 nicer kids. You look at, 32 and 33-year-old detectives who had nothing but their lives ahead of them. Both their lives and their careers were definitely...
Okay, where's the gain at?
Very rapid trend upward, just doing amazing work.
The collision happened yesterday. The wrong-way driver and the 2 San Diego police detectives...
But this one right here.
The FBI is now involved in the investigation into a very scary incident aboard a Delta flight bound from LA to Nashville on Friday. One of the passengers suddenly started banging on the cockpit door and yelling for the plane to stop.
I think that one's open.
And then he fought with flight attendants and other passengers until they were finally able to restrain him with zip ties as the plane headed for an unplanned landing in New Mexico. CBS 2's Nicole Comstock says Delta has released a statement.
Okay, so we need to... I want to bridge that on the bottom.
Where owning pays...
Yeah, I know you're not supposed to parallel capacitors with bad ones, but you know what? I want to keep this looking... I mean, there's nothing, like, nice about this radio, but whatever.
Almost paying you to live in a new house. Call 8332-OWNING or go to owning.com to see if you qualify.
I still think it should be a little louder. I'm going to check the rest of them again. Okay, this one here was a little weak, so I bridged it. These radios are really selective.
And the 79. I don't have a problem with it.
This thing picks up the San Diego station above KNX with a gap. It's so selective.
Chaz McCormick.
That's the icing on the cake. Thank you, Purity. Jay, this is also one of my favorite testimonials, maybe the cutest.
자동차 정비를
Bájale volumen a la radio. Y le den de comer. Ya lo tenemos todo arreglado.
Por ejemplo, yo dialogaba con unos muchachos que estaban.
이런 대도시에
Seems like maybe it could be a little bit more sensitive.
그 사람들이 직장
Los iban a actuar.
That's for long wave. Shit.
后来就是说呢，也好，什么事儿我都会去参加，然后就这样子，我养成了这个，就是说作为义工来说，对我并不陌生，就是对我并不。
Okay, these two are long wave.
真的是从听了感5岁的时候，我就开始，也就是说，哎，我说我如果能够一起参加的话，我儿子看到我的话，他就会多一份安全感，是从这个出发点一步。EPA 啊，就后来就是说 ，Just like magic。참여하시고요.
I think at its core,
Used it all that.
Yeah, that woke it up a little.
The guys out there that have
Let's start.
1, 2, and 3. And it's
Let's see if that's off at the low end of the band.
Human, and it happened to be a 41-year-old man in China.
Was he black
And it came-
or was he Hispanic? I need race. This has to contain race or it's going to get boring. I'm kidding. Sorry, go ahead. I'm just kidding.
I'm not gonna
So instead of tweaking the coils, I'm not going to do that.
the wall, you know.
I'm going to peak it up at the top, because I usually listen to the stuff at the top.
선생님들의 scent can be 99.5% of airborne particulates down to.
Follow him on Twitter at TequioSpikes51.
And the patient is.
The Mass Podcast on the Believe Podcast Network. They just had.
I can't believe how selective this is. This is San Diego, and it's like 1090, right above KNX. KNX is 1070. This is 1090.
All right, thanks. Sounds good.
That's Taquito Spikes joining us right there on the guest line. Just a few minutes left in our show here on a Saturday. We'll wrap it all up for you coming up next. This is the Jake Ashman Show here on Sportsback Radio.
Not corporate radio that insults your intelligence. Do you really need to hear another take? Please.
Sounds like 1998 to me. The new generation of radio. SoCal Sports Talk. The all-new and mightier 1090.
For price, COVID-19 keeps going. Millions of safe and efficient doses are arriving.
This radio is so damn selective compared to most of them. Like that yellow one, 1090 and 1070 just run right on top of each other.
And voluntary. Let's take care among all of us. Get back.
Well, in one outing.
Know that a subclinical deficiency is pervasive in our society. You're robbing yourself of the energy, the strength.
Subclinical deficiency.
항상 날씨가